welcome back to lesson 24 of Augmentinos University of Success. Now this was a rather lengthy lesson, so I am not going to go over everything that's in it, but the author is Michael Leboeuf, that's L-E-B-O-E-U-F, and his book Working Smart. And the goal for today is the ultimate goal of a more effective and efficient life is to provide you with enough time to enjoy some of it. Now, this kind of talks about the other chapter or the other lesson from yesterday, which was about making a to-do list. So it says, well, doesn't matter how well you have a to-do list, if you're not organized, you're not going to get anything done. So it gives a lot of different examples, and it talks about, being organized, but you don't want to be too overly organized because then that's an ineffectiveness killer. Then it talks about all the different tools, getting the proper tools for the job. So a tool is anything that you use to help you achieve your goals. Now then it talks about organizing your workplace, which is to make sure that you have a location that's conducive to working. So you want to be quiet, and if you're in a business, then you want to have some place where it's a lot of traffic, space, so that you can work effectively. Easy access to the tools you frequently use, and comfort. Not so comfortable that you want to fall asleep, but comfortable enough to where you're not getting up every 10 minutes because your back is hurting or whatever. And then master the art of deskmanship. And it's really talking about what a desk is and, what it's not. And how to reorganize your desk to be effective. And that pretty much is if you take a Saturday morning or Sunday morning or whatever, and you just clean up your whole desk and, get everything off of it that you don't really need. Things that you've had on there for a long time, or, memory joggers, all that stuff. You want to get rid of those things. Guidelines for working at a desk. I thought this was pretty interesting, so I thought maybe I should pass this on. Have only one project at a time on top of your desk. Keep items off your desk until you're ready for them. Don't allow yourself to be sidetracked by other tasks because they're easier or more appealing. And when you complete a task, put it in the out basket or send it on its way. In other words, don't leave it on your desk. And if you have a secretary, make sure that she is making sure your desk is organized to your liking. So, different things. I said different ways for you to improve your ability to concentrate is to always make sure you have a pen and pencil at all times. And that is kind of like the goals portion of, when you write something down, your brain starts to work on it right away. So if you have an idea, then you want to have a pen and paper and go ahead and write it down. And that way, your mind starts to work on it as opposed to trying to remember it. Reserve your workplace exclusively for work. So if you're working and someone comes by to visit, make sure that you don't stay at your office to talk to them. Don't eat, the same place that you're working. I mean, it's okay to have some water or something to drink, but not to eat. That's not a place for you to eat. You really just want to make sure that place is just for work, so that when you go there, you're working. Slow down and stop constructively. So, in other words, if you are working and you're very tired and you're trying to do too many things, it's better for you to stop what you're doing, and write down where you've left off and just go about your business, as opposed to trying to figure out what's going on, because you're going to get yourself very frustrated and then you're not going to be able to work. Improve your follow-through skills. This is very important. You want to get interested in your work. So just like before, if you're not interested in whatever you're doing, then you won't have any motivation to do it. Try to imagine yourself or see yourself as the task already done. So, for example, like if you wanted to lose weight and you're on a diet or exercising, you want to imagine yourself as already, completing your task and already, losing all that weight. Challenge yourself. Set deadlines for yourself. And shield yourself from interruptions and distractions. And you might take a joint effort with someone else who is dependable. So that kind of keeps you guys, accountable for each other. And then to talk about improving your memory and different things that you could do to improve your memory. I'm not going to list those. Like I said, this chapter is awful long. This lesson is awful long. So I'm not going to go there. But it did recommend a book that, if you're interested, you should check it out. It's by Dr. Kenneth Higby, Higbee, and it's called Your Memory. And then deal with trivia in batches. So batching your work together, batching your chores together. Just get into the habit of doing, like-minded things together. And then there's a problem-solving strategy. So let me see. Approach the problem creatively. The ways that you can allow yourself to view a problem, the better the odds of finding a satisfactory solution. So if you can modify it, you can minimize it, you can substitute, you can rearrange, you can reverse, combine, or put to other uses. So if you have a problem, you just, like I said, you could just modify, make things more frequent or less frequent. You want to take things away minimize by taking things away that are not relevant. You can substitute other processes in order to do it. Rearrange other components. Reverse different orders of different things. And combine different subjects or different things that you're doing together. Or use a completely new way. And then it talks about urgency and importance, and most things that are important are not necessarily urgent, and most things that are urgent are not necessarily important. And that would be like if you had like a child who's sick. That is somewhat of a important situation. It might not be urgent because you might not be able to take care, the cold is not going to go away right away, but it is important, but you want to be able to take care as far as, give them their, extra fluids or whatever medicine they need, as opposed to, so most things are not mostly urgent and important at the same time. And then try to anticipate potential crises. So preventative medicine is the best medicine. It's the same thing for your business. So you always want to make sure that you kind of look ahead of things that are going on. And then put your subconscious to work. So if you have a problem or you're dealing with a situation, you just want to sometimes just think about it, but not be frustrated about it, but just leave it alone, like sleep on it. A lot of times if you sleep on different situations, then the next morning you wake up and you might have a solution. Or if you think about it, just before you go to bed and say, well, this is a possible way, and you've done that for several nights, and usually the third or fourth day you will have a solution. So that was the end of lesson 24 of Augmentinos University of Success. Join me tomorrow for lesson 25. As I told you yesterday, I am your guide. I am your online guide for success. So if you want to move forward, then you need to click on the link below and get started. And I will show you what you need to do to be successful. Until then, join me for lesson 25 tomorrow. Take care and have a nice evening.